60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, I'm John.
I'm Nancy.
We are J&N
J&N
Travels. Got my little Red Sox thing on. They're doing good right now. Go Sox. Well, thank you for joining us for another one of our Offbeat Travel news in 35 minutes or less. It's our weekly live that discusses some travel stories that aren't in the mainstream travel news. So stuff that you wouldn't normally catch, out there with the news report. So thank you for coming in.
It's another hot one here in New Hampshire.
Another sweaty, huh?
Yeah, we had a severe thunderstorm last night.
Yeah, needed it though.
Yeah,
we needed the pouring rain.
Did.
It's been pretty dry for the last week or so,
Yeah.
so it was very good.
Some impressive lightning strikes, though, I'll tell you that.
A couple things I'd like to go over first. Please, if you're new or old, like us, subscribe to us, hit our bell. Check out our J&N Travels Facebook page, which has
check that out.
4 to 5 new things a week up there, including Nancy's pictures each Friday. Check out our TikTok. We have quite a few videos up on that right now. And I think that's it for bookkeeping. The only other thing I'd like to point out is next week we won't be going on Wednesday. We'll be going on Thursday because of disappointments. And so that will be at Thursday at 12:15 on the 25th. And of course, a week from Sunday, we have Tanisha time and our game day on the Sunday, the 28th, 7/28 at 4 o'clock. That says 4 o'clock. So please join us for those two. And thank you for coming in. I see Brian. Brian, how you doing? I haven't heard from you in a while. What you're up to?
Yeah, Brian, what's new with you?
So we jump right into our stories, Nance, since this is a shorter show. You know who this guy is, Nance?
Let me put my glasses on and take a look.
Well, glasses, no glasses, you're gonna have no idea. His name is Jeff Farsman.
Farsman?
Yeah, he's been on more than 150 solo cruises.
Solo, really?
Yeah, and he's given 6 tips for cruises to sailing alone to have the best experience.
Really?
Okay, this is someone who probably has tried it all, right?
He looks fairly young. Is he retired?
Yeah, he's retired. He mainly travels with Holland American and spends about 8 months a year at sea.
Oh, he does.
These tips are based on conversations with Jeff. He's a 74-year-old retiree who lives in Dover, Delaware. So right down the East Coast from us.
Yeah, he looks young, though. I thought he would be in his mid-60s, but...
Okay, so...
I think Cruising agrees with him. It's keeping him young looking. And all that nice sea air.
Well, he's solo, too, right?
He's solo.
So these are his solo tips. They may not pertain if you go with more than one person, but...
Right.
Number one, understand the cost of cruising solo. Okay, on some cruise lines, there are extra costs. Like you get a cabin. You don't pay the full price for 2 people in the cabin, but there is a supplemental charge because you're taking up the cabin for one person. So you got to be aware that
that's interesting.
A cruise that costs me one amount might cost you more because
so you're punished for being solo,
basically. Or you could be rewarded because you're not paying twice as much, right? You're paying more, but you're not paying the double the amount either.
That's a good way to look at it.
Because there were times when you had to pay for both people.
Yeah.
The second tip he gives, plan ahead and do your research. It can be overwhelming to pick activities and excursions, especially because you don't have anyone else's opinions influencing you. And you don't
Yeah,
think,
I would think that's a good point.
and he said pre-book as much as you can. And that, so you're not unproductive. And that's a very good point.
Yeah.
If me and you are going, we're sitting and we're bantering, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Right.
And we tend to book stuff so we won't lose out on it.
Exactly.
If I was going alone, it's like, oh, I'll see what happens. And then you might end
miss
up
out.
losing out.
Yeah.
You might end up just not getting motivated. So you spend more
That's
time
true.
laying around your cabin than you want.
Yeah, because the more popular excursions, they book up fast.
Right. Number 3, and before I go into that, let me just say hello to Maxwell Smart.
Hi,
Thank you for coming
Maxwell.
in. And Tanisha.
Hi,
How you doing,
Tanisha.
Tanisha? Hope you're doing well today.
Another hot one here in New Hampshire. It must be hot in Alabama too.
So Brian's in the Special Olympics softball this summer.
Nice.
And every night he did football. I think he did baseball.
Yeah, he did baseball.
Did basketball.
Okay.
Now he's doing softball.
Nice. You keep busy, Brian.
That's the way to do the summer.
Yeah.
But he's on the East Coast up here like us. These days must be hot for you playing softball.
He's down by where I used to work.
Yeah.
My area, because I'm from that area.
So number 3 for the 6 tips for cruises sailing alone is connect with people before the cruise sets sail. If you're cruising solo, want to meet people, connect with other travelers beforehand. Search the name of your cruise line, name of the ship, and the dates of your trip, and you will be able to find. You can find them on Facebook. So what they do is Facebook a lot of times will have a particular cruise. You join that, which we've done on many cruises, and you can talk to people back and forth, set up meetups.
Yeah.
There's also, which I join every time we take a cruise, we get on the forum and Cruise Critic. They have one for every cruise going out.
Yeah, that was fun because we did meet a lot of people. Matter of fact, the person you met, you're still in contact with them after 7 years.
Yeah, we met a guy, right. What year was that, 7 years ago?
I think it was 2017.
He happened to be running the meet and greet.
Yeah.
And we get to meet him on the ship, and we still go back. We haven't cruised again with him.
No, we haven't.
But we go back
hung
and
out
forth.
with them in Jamaica for the day. It was nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Number 4, if it's not awkward, if you dine, it's not awkward if you're dining alone. So if you're more introverted, request fixed seating with large groups. So what it's saying to do basically here, if you're kind of introverted, you're still going to be at the table with other people. You're going solo.
Right.
So you're not going to be alone. But to do you know how there are 2 options. One is you can have a table with the same people, the same waiters for the whole cruise.
Yeah.
If you do it that way and you're more introverted, then you get to know those people over 7 days.
Yeah.
Opposed to going in, taking a table with 8 to 10 people that you don't know, and you got to reacquaint yourself every meal,
Anxiety rising to me because it's like, okay, who am I going to dine with tonight? As opposed to, okay, I know I have the same people and I'm getting to know them and, things are working out, as opposed to think, okay, now I have dinner. I don't know who's going to be there.
You're probably going to make some friends and hook up. Number 5, get friendly with the crew. Whenever he cruises, his top goal is to bond with the staff. When you're friendly with them, they go out of their way. That makes common sense.
True.
You always hear about people when they go to the same bar and hit up a thing with a bartender. They're always more attentive to them.
Of course.
The waiters the same thing. When we went on the group cruise, several of the tables, remember at the group cruise, had hit it off with their waiters.
Yeah.
And really get extra attention.
They did.
Hey, Eric B. Thanks for coming in. Nice to see you.
Where's Eric these days?
Well, I had to ask him because he had a video out on Germany, right? And I keep thinking his first trip. He's been on 3 German trips with Darian.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I'm not sure if that's his total number for Germany or not.
Keep traveling. That's the way to go.
And number 6 is keep an open mind. It can feel intimidating taking a solo cruise, but remember to stay open to trying new activities and meet new people. So don't just sit in your cabin, right?
Yeah.
Or sit at the bar. Go and do stuff, get involved in stuff. Maybe join the table, people doing trivia.
Yeah, trivia is always fun. I love trivia.
And that's how you'll meet people. So
yeah, and trivia is fun because you don't feel weird being solo. You just, it's just fun.
So those are good tips.
Yeah, those are very good tips.
And our second news, offbeat news story, Nance, is...
Okay. All right. This is interesting.
This is kind of gross, actually.
Well, travelers caught attempting to smuggle live snakes in pants. What? Talk about putting a snake down your pants? Oh, my God. A traveler was recently arrested for attempting to smuggle over 100 live snakes in his trousers through customs at Fushun Port a checkpoint between mainland China and Hong Kong. The man was trying to pass through customs in the no declaration channel, but was stopped by customs officers. Upon inspection, officers found 6 rope canvas bags sealed with adhesive tape in the passenger's pant pockets. Talk about a bulge.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, come on.
Well, can you imagine squirming around?
Oh my God. Inside the bags were a total of 104 live snakes, including milk snakes, western pig nose snakes, corn brocade snakes, Texas rat snakes, and cow snakes, which are non-native to China and non-venomous. In a video, 2 custom officers are holding up the bag containing handfuls of small snakes moving around China. Oh, moving around. Okay, sorry. So China is notorious for being the largest market for illegal wildlife trafficking, where people try to smuggle in wild animals such as ivory or rhino horns. In May, Transportation Security Administration agents at Miami International Airport stopped a passenger who had 2 small snakes in a bag in his pants. The snakes were turned over to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. So now Florida has some more snakes, but these are small snakes. So that's what I was reading here. So
yeah, at least the guy is smart enough not to have venomous snakes, right? Because I've heard of people trying to smuggle those in.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, nice to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, Johnny.
Okay, thank you, Nance.
You're welcome.
And we throw up our rebus of the day, and we'll give the answer at the end of this. For anyone just popping in, this is our offbeat news stories in under 35 minutes. Thank you for joining us. Okay, there's your rebus. We will put that up again. All right, the next one is 8 shore excursions you should never do on a cruise. A lot of these are common sense, but some of them we learned the hard way too.
Yeah.
Number 1 is trips that take too much travel time.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we've ever done that. I think the longest one we did was when we went to the Mayan temples, and
that was
an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was a long one.
And that's
that was worth it though. I love that one. But that was one of my favorites.
But there are some that'll get in a bus. They'll drive an hour and a half to the other side of an hour and go to a beach, and then have to come back, and then wet bathing suits and stuff. So
it doesn't sound pleasurable.
It recommends keeping your trip travel time less.
Yeah.
Number 2, excursions involving mistreated animals. So this is a personal thing, because some of the stuff they list is like the dolphin swims, which we have done, but we've done them in the U.S., which is supposed to be very well protected.
Yeah.
But some other countries will have them out there and won't be treating them as well. And there's a lot of animals that do that.
I don't like that either.
So basically, they're saying, if to be careful, if you know that a place mistreats animals, don't support them by giving them money.
Don't support them at all. That's just wrong.
Number 3, anything beyond your fitness level. Remember the time we almost screwed this one up? You look at something that looks good, it looks easy, and you realize, but better read it closely.
What was this?
Remember the time we went on that snorkel? We went on a snorkel thing that went to 2 shipwrecks, which was fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
But what they didn't tell us is from one shipwreck to the other one, you had to swim on your own.
I thought he was going to drive us there on the boat.
We could get back.
And he's like, okay, we're going to follow me. And I'm like, what? Wow. That was a hard swim over to that.
So make sure you keep it within your
Yeah.
ability. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Paul.
Thanks for joining us.
But we made it, and it was enjoyable.
The other one they list here, another one is museum tours. And I think this is basically they're saying, you know, you're on an island or something, unless it's something you really want to see, don't waste your time in these museums, you know, where you're indoors, you're on a tropical island. Use an excursion where you can use the outdoors a little bit more.
Well, I just have to say one thing. When I went to St. Kitts and you and our son were at the bar having drinks, and I paid the $5 to go to the museum there, I really enjoyed it.
And that's short term.
That was nice. It was a very small museum, and I really enjoyed it. It was worth the $5 that I paid. I loved it.
So that's going to be for personal taste.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That was a small museum. It didn't take very long.
Number 5 is beach breaks. This to me is the biggest one that you have to pay attention to. Do a little research on your port. There are a lot of ports you can walk to the beach.
Yeah.
A lot of ports you can take very
cab.
Well, no, that's the one I was going to again talk against. You know, you could take a van or some kind of bus in town that's very easy to jump on, like we did in Aruba.
Yeah.
But
we also did that in Mexico when we went to the 7 miles beach.
Yep. But there are some islands where you're going to pay an arm and a leg, and they're going to try and hold you up for more in a cab, some cabs and stuff like that. So, well, the other one is the excursions. You know, some excursions will charge you $100 to go to a beach when you could take a bus for $5 or $10. So, just look into beaches before you actually commit to some kind of a beach break. Number 6 is all-day tours. Some people, I guess, might enjoy these, but they recommend you're out in the sun a lot.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And you basically leave right when you get up, and you get back just before the ship leaves.
Yeah,
so
I think the one in St. Lucia, it was an all-day tour. You take a bus tour and you stop at different places and sample food and that, and then the ones to the.
Well, yeah, the one, what was the one we looked in? It was 8 hours long.
Yeah, I think
right?
that was in St. Lucia.
That's a long day.
Very long.
I mean, you got to worry about bathroom stops. You got to worry eating. You got to worry about.
Yeah,
so
can't do it.
Number 7 is panoramic bus tours. I've heard this complaint from a lot of people when they take European tours. Eric, you ever take one of these where they just stick you on a bus? You think you're going to get out, look at all these things, but they just drive by?
Oh, they just drive by. So you just look at the...
Like, there's the Eiffel Tower through the window. There's this. And if you don't have a good seat on the bus, if you're on the opposite side of the bus, you're not going to see it.
Oh, but the weather's bad.
Yeah, right.
It's raining and you can't see anything.
I did read that about someone that was raining. They took one of those.
Yeah.
So that would be one that, you might want to take, you might not, maybe you want to go just through one of the Caribbean cities and they point out stuff and you want to sit comfortably in an air-conditioned bus.
Yeah.
But be aware that you're probably not going to get out at some of these and walk around.
I know we did a lot of just self tours ourselves. When we were in St. Lucia, we did a walking tour ourselves and we loved it. We experienced a lot of neat things, and then we saw the church, the beautiful Catholic church there. So, you could enjoy your own tour.
And number 8 is choose cruise run tours exclusively. They're saying this is a mistake, and I go both ways on this. Like, if we were in Bermuda, I don't think you need to do a ship excursion. Everything's right where the ship is. You can walk to it. We did the jet ski one time. We did the mini golf another. We did a catamaran snorkel tour. Those are all right there. You're not going to miss your ship.
And we did take a bus to Horseshoe Beach one time.
But I do wholeheartedly agree that if you're going to go distance away, or you're going to come back close to the time the ship's going to sail, to take one on the ship, because then it will wait for you. So those are the 8 church excursions you should never do on a cruise.
Good advice.
All right, Nance.
All right. Nassau Cruise Port to develop $35 million water park complex. The Nassau Cruise Port is planning a $35 million water park complex to enhance the family-friendly amenities, distinguishing itself within the Caribbean cruise market. The downtown water park is part of a broader strategy to create more recreational and family-oriented attractions. The complex will also feature food and beverage options. The water park will be situated behind the amphitheater on the western side of the port's property. While the site has been cleared, construction is yet to begin. The project will take 18 months to complete and will create 350 jobs once operational. This project follows a $330 million redevelopment of the port last year, which included a new berth and upgrades to all piers. Additionally, Royal Caribbean is constructing its first Royal Beach Club at the western end of Paradise Island in Nassau, offering a beach day experience with pools and private cabanas for an extra charge. They always do a great job with these private islands.
Well, this is not a private island. With this, well, Eric, first of all, Eric says he's never done a bus tour like that in Europe, but he has done the country. And as we're talking, I could picture this going on in Washington, D.C., where you just drive by all the monuments, but they never stop. What this is the port area. We have not been to the new port area.
No.
Has anyone been there? It's supposed to be very nice. And they, where is it here? So this port area has been all renovated in the Bahamas, which we hope to do. We're hoping to take an MSC cruise in October, which stops it. This thing here is the amphitheater. So somewhere behind this, they're building this big, what did you say, $35 million water park.
$35 million water park.
And the rumor is they're doing that to compete with Royal Caribbean. A lot of these, how Royal Caribbean builds those huge water parks on their private islands.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And they're in the Bahamas.
Coco Cay, that was one.
Right. And they're in the
Well,
Bahamas. So it's their way of competing with them and maybe keeping some of the money,
mhm.
on the in mainland or in the Bahamas, I should say. Not mainland.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's what this
So
whole thing's for.
I misspoke. It's not a private
Well,
island.
no,
It's a
the
private
last
port.
spot is that's Royal Caribbean's, but this is see the port area here. This is all the Bahamas. So I think it's all new from when we've been there. You could actually probably spend the time just going all around the harbor.
So pretty.
We did that to walk around Junkaroo Beach, right?
Yeah, Junkaroo Beach. Yeah.
All
That was
right.
a nice walk downtown.
Okay. Here it is again. The rebus. Study it from the back of your head, and we will give the answer towards the end. And our next news story is we like to do a unusual place to go. We didn't do it the first 2 weeks. That's why it starts on show third of ours. We've done Dolly Parton, the train car, the movie, the house and Up, Shrek Swamp House, Barbie's house, Missile Silo, and today's is a UFO on the tree. So if you're interested in any of these, go back and look at those episodes. This particular one is a hotel or you rent it. It looks darn well like a spaceship, doesn't it? UFO.
Yeah.
It's located in rural Sweden. Okay.
Oh, really?
It was built in
In
2011.
rural Sweden.
Built in 2011. Access is by this ladder. That's the only way you can get in. So it's not like a back door in the back.
Oh.
It will hold 5 people. All rooms are 14 to 20 feet above the ground. So they're all up here. It's not like some of the houses we looked at, you stay in the house separate from the actual. So they're all up here. They're all up in the spaceship and they're above the treetops. There's a microcube room that is visible to the human eye, but coated with infrared. Well, it's invisible. I shouldn't say visible. Invisible to the naked eye. So there's a room on that spaceship that you can't see with the naked eye. But it's coated with infrared light to stop birds from accidentally flying into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the winter, you can watch the northern lights in the sky from this.
Oh my goodness! That's one of my things. I want to see the northern lights.
It includes toilet and water dispenser. 2 people will cost $550 a night, and it includes a buffet breakfast.
I guess that's not terrible.
No, because I guess if 2 friends, right, it's $225 for something like this. Right. You're only going to do it for the novelty.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, it does look neat, huh? Hey, Blaine, thanks for coming in. Nice to see you. Okay, and the next story, Nancy, something after my own heart here.
All right, here we go. Cruise line sets world record for largest pizza party. Princess Cruises set a new Guinness World Records title this week when they held the world's largest pizza party on their cruise ships. During the record-breaking pizza party, Princess Cruises served more than 60,000 slices of pizza across their fleet. The pizza party was a celebration of the cruise line's new partnership with pizza guru chef Tony Genomani. Stats from the record-breaking pizza party by Princess Cruises includes the following. Total weight of dough used, 6,512 pounds. Total weight of flour used, 3,417 pounds. Total weight of pepperoni slices used, 1,393 pounds. Total weight of cheese used, 2,323 pounds. Total weight of passenger gain after the pizza party. We don't have that, right? This isn't the first Guinness World Records that Princess Cruises ever won. 4 years ago, they set the record for the largest marriage vow renewal at sea with 1,443 couples across 3 cruise ships. That's nice.
Like to be there when they have a big pizza party like that, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love pizza. Yeah.
Okay. Again, there's our rebus. Take it in. After the last 2 stories, we will give the answer to this. And if anyone's been on an MSC cruise, we're really reaching out for advice on it. If the quality of food is improved and how all that's going. Okay, so story number 7, the Love Boat. Good old Love Boat, right?
Good old Love Boat. That was a nice show.
The Love Boat Emerald Princess ship begins its inaugural season at Boston's cruise port. This interests me because, of course, our closest port is Boston.
Yeah.
And I read this, and I guess Princess never sailed out of Boston. And I was under the impression that the bigger ships couldn't come into Boston because of the depth of the harbor. But I've heard rumors that they were redredging in the area there, so I got to do a little more research on that. But supposedly this is the first year
Okay.
On Sunday, July 14th,
That just
the
happened.
past Sunday,
This past
the Emerald
Sunday.
Princess ship started her inaugural season at Flynn Cruise Port, making her arrival at Boston's newest home port. What says newest home port? So I guess it is a whole. I wonder if it's in the same area because Flynn is the same. No, the other one's called the Black Falcon Port or something. I wonder how
I'm not
close those
sure.
two are. I'll have to look
Yeah,
into
we'll
that.
have to look that up.
Now that I know they're sailing out of there, right?
Yeah.
Known globally as a love boat, the Emerald Princess will offer a variety of Canada and USA, New England voyages, including a unique opportunity to travel to Greenland.
Oh, wow.
The Emerald Princess will operate 10 cruises ranging from 7 to 17 days. Tourists can participate and see stunning views of the autumn foliage, historical landmarks, and charming coastal villages. Cruises run from July to late September. Some of the highlights of the itinerary: 7-day Canada and New England round trip from Boston, visiting Halifax, Sydney, Prince Edward Islands, and either Portland or Bar Harbor. A 10-day classic Canada from Boston to Quebec, which stops in Portland, Bay of Fundy, Halifax, Sydney, Charlottetown, and Saguenay. This is the one I really looked at, but it doesn't come back. It goes up to Quebec, and you got to fly back.
Oh, you got to fly back.
A 17-day Greenland and Canada round trip from Boston, visiting Nuuk. I'm not going to get any of these right. Quangtorg and Nanner, I don't know, in Greenland. These are Greenland ones. Plus Sydney, Corner Brook, St. Anthony, and St. John's in
Oh,
Newfoundland.
wow. We can visit our friends.
That's right. Princess Cruise Lines emphasize the significance of Emerald Princess' debut season in Boston, offering New Englanders and beyond a premium cruising experience. The arrival of up to 30,000 cruises is expected to significantly benefit local businesses, boosting the regional economy. This is also the ship, but the one we did a report on a couple episodes ago was out of New York, which they actually take. I think it's the same ship.
Yeah.
They have the original cast on it, and they're
That's
doing
really
that cruise.
cool.
But that's in August, so let's do it there, and then maybe go down there for that
Gee,
week.
that's really wonderful that it can come to Boston.
Yep.
I bet it will fill up fast. It probably already has. When are they sailing out? In August?
Okay, John. Thank you very much. Let's see, what did Brian? Only port in Boston, I think, Flynn Cruise Port, Boston, which is located in this. Yeah, that's where I'm confused because we've taken cruises out of Boston. I think it was called the Black Falcon Terminal or something. So this sounds like they built a whole new area there, which I'm going to have to look into.
Yeah.
Because when we took her all NCL cruises,
All right, from Boston.
they never had
Bermuda.
Princess. So, and they couldn't take deep, big ships like this. All the ships were under 100,000 pounds. I think this one's well over 100,000.
Wow. That'd be impressive just to see it, just to go to Boston, just to see it in port.
So I'm guessing that they dredged out another port, but we are definitely going to look that up.
Yeah. And they're sailing in August, you said?
The first sailing was this past Sunday.
Oh, the first sailing was this past Sunday. Wow.
Okay. Nance, and the final news port before we get the answer to the Rebus.
I think I'm done with my story.
No, you are not.
Oh, I have one more to go. Okay. Tron and Tiana's Bayou Adventure will use standby lines.
Now, just to premise this, when we went down for our 4 months in Florida, you had to get a standby for Tron and a standby for Tiana, and they also had one over in Epcot. You had to get a virtual queue for these.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're going to waive these. You said, go ahead.
Well, it says Tron and Tiana's Bayou Adventure will use standby lines. The virtual queue system has been used by several new and major Disney attractions over the past few years in an effort to sift demand and organize queues for extra popular attractions. The virtual queue has been the topic of controversy, especially when it comes to attractions that have been around for a while and that still employ the queues in the process of joining the queues at 7 a.m. and 1 p.m.
But just to say something on that, because we absolutely hate the virtual queues.
Yeah.
What they do is you'd have to be on your phone at 7 on in those, and you're still not guaranteed, because if you weren't there the exact time, you'd lose out and it'd get filled up. Then you wouldn't have a chance to get onto the virtual queue again till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. By then you're competing with everyone in the parks because you have to be in the park to get in there. So they're waiving it for this event, I guess.
Yep. However, guests coming out to Disney World for a popular Halloween party won't have to worry about the virtual queue system at all. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Magic Kingdom is an after-hours event from August 9th through October 31st, 2024. This separately ticketed party allows guests to experience specialty entertainment like Mickey's Boo-to-You, Halloween Parade, Trick or Treat, meet characters in special Halloween outfits, exclusive themed treats, dress up in costume. Oh boy, I can't read
Has
it.
anyone been to the Halloween party? There's quite a
Exclusive
few
themed
events.
treats, dress up in costumes, and more. Guests also get access to Magic Kingdom's rides. Magic Kingdom has 2 rides that use the virtual queue system, and neither will use it during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Both Tron Light Cycle and Tiana's Bayou Adventure will offer standby queues in place of the virtual queues during the event. While we wait for these major attractions to move away from the virtual queue system, it's nice to know that we'll be able to experience them without any added hassle during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Yeah, so I haven't been to the party. There's so much things that are going on at the party. They give out candy and the costumes and the characters and special parades.
That would be fun to attend.
Well, one of the things is they only sell a certain amount of tickets, so you can get on the rides pretty quickly. And by eliminating this now, you don't have to have a queue. You can just get in the lines for 2 of the more popular rides right now. So that's really good. Yeah. Hey, Daniel Fields, thanks for coming in. Nice to see you.
How is it out there in California?
Probably not
Not
as hot as out here right now. Okay. So our last thing is just give the answer. Did anyone guess at this?
This one's kind of easy.
Really? See, I thought it was tougher than the ones we've had previous weeks.
No, I think this one's easy.
Let's see if anyone guessed at it. I don't see
if
any
I say
guesses.
it's easy because I don't always get them.
I don't see anyone who guessed it right. Anyone want to take a shot at this? Let's see that. You think you know it, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I thought I got it. I thought I have it.
All right. Well, going once, going twice. What do you think? I put try. What do you think it is?
Try to understand. Yeah. Try to understand. Yeah.
Glad you threw it up there again, Tanisha. I scrolled back and I couldn't find it.
No, that one was clear.
Very good.
Sometimes I only get the easy ones, so this is easy to me.
See, I thought that was tougher than the others. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Please join us again next Thursday. Like I said, we're doing Thursday instead of Wednesday at 12:15.
Yeah.
And then the following Sunday, a week from this Sunday, we'll be doing our show with Tanisha. We have start with Tanisha time and then our Sunday game. So thank you very much for coming in and stay cool out there, everyone.
Stay young too and have fun.